What's up, guys? Welcome back to the International 7 European qualifying games. Singularity going up against mouz sports. Now, I've looked at the current round robin standings. I don't know what's going to happen if there's ties or whatever. I don't know who gets to choose opponents or if it just kind of happens automatically. So I'm sure someone out there knows and can figure it out, or you can figure it out yourselves, but you're not going to get it from me. We're just here in this game to watch some good Dota, and I'm sure hoping it will be good Dota because we have two teams that are, I think at this point, confirmed for a lock. I'm not 100% on that, like 80%. mouz sports are locked. No, they're not. No, they're not. I don't think they're locked. I don't know if they're locked. There might be a tiebreaker. I don't freaking know, guys, because I have to look at all the other games that have to be played, something like that. But they're both on the winning end of the majority of their games. Let's just put it at that. I've been very impressed with Singularity's play. I've been pretty impressed with how mouz sports have kind of gotten their act together. As of late, they've been a team that's struggling ever since Boston. But yeah, they've been performing quite solidly from the games I've seen, and what we could see through their bans, that's they know what Singularity like. They like the puck. They like that puck for Nisha. They like the Nyx Assassin. Maybe seeing something a little bit different coming out from Katzer. Who knows? And we'll see that legendary Tusk again. It's not that good versus Night Stalker. It's only okay versus Lycan. So there's also a Trio Protector, so it's probably not gonna happen. Oh well. But for Singularity, Queen of Pain as a replacement hero for Nisha seems like they do like to get that Nisha pick going ASAP. And just get like a strong hero that has, in general, good matchups. There are some heroes that have okay matchups versus the Quap. You know, you get the Lina as probably the most noteworthy one. OD was another one of those. So yeah, you're just going to try to protect it as much as possible. And Quap will have the help from the Treant Protector as well. But for mouz sports, they get the Creatures of the Night, Lycan as well as the Night Stalker. It's all underworld shit up in here. Need a Vampire Hunter on the Team Singularity side. That would usually be someone with a crossbow, right? Are there any heroes with crossbows? Agility. Is there really no hero with a crossbow? That's weird, man. There's actually no hero. Okay, someone put down the heroes that have crossbows in Dota 2. Because I can't think of any right now. But yeah, I mean, they will have a lot of chasing power. They will be very, very powerful during the night with their vision that they get. And of course, the swing of vision when it's darkness from the Night Stalker's ultimate spell. Crippling Fear is great versus the Queen of Pain. And well, it seems like Lycan is just kind of the bread and butter of this tournament. We've seen so much of Lycan. We've seen so much of AA as well. Kind of came out of nowhere. I have not casted a single Bristleback game. As OP as he seems to be as OP as he seems to be agreed upon, he just has always been banned or just simply not picked. Like right now, Singularity, I guess, have a chance to go for that. It doesn't really fit into mouz sports lineup quite as well, but I don't know. It's not going to be a stream for Bristleback, it seems. Instead, they'll kick out the Darkseer Singularity. Get rid of that OD, which is generally powerful heroes. I mean, these heroes, specifically the Darkseer, combos really well with the Lycan and Night Stalker for the laning stage. But AA banned out. What else are mouz sports scared of? I mean, with the Lycan and Night Stalker, you can get away with quite a bit. They are both strength, so maybe Singularity or keeping their eyes open for a potential Timbersaw pick moving down the line. But these heroes are also really fast. Like, these are very mobile heroes. If you don't have a lot of stuns, a lot of slows, even slows are not really that good. Even some stuns not really that good up against Lycan. Like Hex, usually premium, but not against Lycan. You gotta make sure that for Singularity they have the right types of disables. The Treant Protector root is certainly very powerful, but it is also not reliable. So is it time for a Rubik pickup here for Singularity? That seems nice and safe. Alternatively, I mean, all the heroes that usually have a lot of disables are really clunky and slow. Bane seems pretty good if Singularity want to go for that. I've seen them pick that one in before. Or they could just say, screw that, we're going to go for some supports. Mouse Sport's going to lock down their Rubik pick. Insta-snap pick. It acts as a pretty good deny, and Singularity are going to grab the 1-2 punch of Magnus and Troll Warlord. Empower on a Troll is serious business. And again, Troll Warlord is one of the only heroes that has a really favorable matchup versus Lycan in a man fight because of that blind. And still, Crippling Fear is going to be at a premium here for Mouse Sports. Blinding the Troll Warlord with that mischance is really nice. But Singularity will be able to play the fast game. They'll be able to play the slow game, really depending on what Mouse Sports bring to the table. And it seems like for Mouse Sports, it is angling so far towards like a really powerful mid-game play. You know, Lycan really is the most powerful hero on the map when he has that first item. Afterwards, yes, he still is very powerful. He can still do a lot of damage, not going to deny that. But compared to all other heroes, it seems like that is really his sweet spot. And Night Stalker as well, like, you are very, very powerful in the early stages when you can still do damage with your nukes. And later on, you are powerful in different ways. You're powerful in utility ways. So for Mouse Sports, they are, especially with this Batrider pick, looking to go for a very, very powerful mid-game timing, it seems. And Troll Warlord with Magnus and Quap, I mean, they're all very powerful heroes for sure in the mid-game. But Mouse Sports should have an edge there. They will also be expected to fall behind if they're unable to really start to accelerate and snowball. You know, that's always the nature of the game, it seems. Singularity, what do they need right now? Eventual Spirit, last pick, I think, is probably what they want. I mean, their lanes are set for their cores, so they just need another support. I mean, yeah, Venge for the Batrider counter is really nice. Bane also seems pretty reasonable up against Lycan. Mouse Sports still looking for their mid lane. What does Thug want to play? Lina, OD, Quap, Puck, all kicked out. Invoker is a pretty good hero to have for Mouse Sports. Deafening Blast is really good up against Troll. Cold Snap with the Batrider is really good. You get Sunstrike combos. Seems like that might be what they're going to have to go for here. TA for some building hitting is also not the worst pick, although I do like Invoker a little bit more than that.
Reserve time.
Nothing else really comes to mind, with Razor also being banned out. A lot of mid lane hate here. I wonder if they can... I'm looking at the Spirits, Storm, and Ember. There's okay answers for them. Oh, Mouse Sports get a Silencer. Whoa! That is going pretty deep. It does essentially take another ban away from Singularity, who could have probably gotten away with running a support Silencer. It wouldn't have been the strongest, but, you know, it's a possibility. They take the Silencer. Are they going to give it to Thug towards mid? Matchup versus the Queen of Pain is not as bad for the Silencer as you would really expect because of the power of the glaives. Rotation from the Tree and Protector are most likely not going to happen because of the nature of the mid lane. That's actually not that bad. It does give them some pretty solid scaling. And a really good answer to a Magnus, Quap, Tree and Protector. Like, the teamfight for Singularity is serious. So you need to, as Mouse Sports, either be proactive in your initiation or have a really good counter-initiation style. And between a Batrider and Silencer, they have their bases covered. And yes, Thug will grab the Silencer. Whew. The Singularity last pick is going to be a Jakiro. Ice Path is going to be quite nice up against the Mouse Sports side. Liquid Fire up against the Lycan versus a Silencer as well. All very powerful tools coming out from the Jakiro. Plus, adds to their tower destroying capabilities. Maybe a little bit unnecessarily so, because they already have Troll Warlord, who's usually just going to have no problem whatsoever in killing those structures. But either way, Singularity, they get themselves a lot of extra magic damage off of that pick, and it does seem like they're going to be under the gun. The late game for Mouse Sports, in a Silencer, in a Lycan, still isn't that bad. But they are going to look to take some objectives early on. As far as Roche killing is concerned, both teams have it in spades. Roche fighting as well. It's kind of both teams with a very, very mirrored type draft as far as scaling is concerned. Not perfectly, obviously. Like, Singularity have a little better late game with this Troll Warlord in power. Mouse Sports still have answers to that, and they have a slightly better early game. So yeah, it's really just going to be pretty much all about playstyle. Looking at Skylark for that, looking at maybe next time for that, for the mouse sports side. If they can get Thug a handful of kills, then, I mean, the game might just be over. If Queen of Pain or Magnus loses their intelligence, or Troll Warlord, I mean, he doesn't need a lot of mana, but he's dumb as bricks. He doesn't get a lot of intelligence. Get Thug far ahead, and you can just shred these heroes. Alternatively, for Singularity, they're really not in a position early on to be super proactive with their heroes. So they will just most likely be willing to accept the fight as it comes to them. And then kind of just power farm later. Get those audio cues out of the way. So yeah, it is pretty much up to mouz to make things happen for right now. Anything happens later, and then it's going to be Singularity's time in the later stages. But for right now, let's see what we got. We got Skylark playing the Bat Rider. Maybe next time is on the Night Stalker Thug playing his Silencer. We got the Rubik played by Spartan, and on the Lycan, can anyone even touch him? It's Madara. Patos is going to be going up against him as the Mag. A lot of regen prepped up and ready. Nisha, Queen of Pain, with a pretty good plan for the future. Lots of gems. Good to have a lot of true sight. Elisasha is on the Jakiro, Exotic Deer on the Troll Warlord, and Katsur is on the Treant Protector and is already going to find the Bat Rider. Can't really do a hell of a lot to this hero though. He has boots first. How good is this lane going to be for the Bat Rider? This is actually a lane where Skylark can get kills. It is going to cost him a lot of HP. And he does have to watch you know, magic stick levels and stuff like that, but Jakiro doesn't really have a lot of defensive power to keep someone like a Troll Warlord safe, and the opposite is also true. They don't really protect each other very well versus a Bat Rider. There's no Frostbite or Magic Missile or anything like that, so it is going to be a little bit closer than they would perhaps like. Nisha is going to get hit with the Void and stunned up by the Telekinesis. Drops down to half HP, gets his Bounty Rune denied from him, and is forced to use already one of his shared tangos. Costs mouz just a little bit of mana, but already well worth it. And the lanes from mouz, and yeah, just went over bottom lane, mid lane. This is a lane that I don't really get to see all that often. I'm pretty sure it's pretty 50-50, especially with the Night Stalker and Rubik coming into play. But oh, Nisha, if he snags the courier, and he will, oh, is gonna be put very far ahead unless he dies here. I don't think that's gonna happen. And Thug, playing really greedy with that courier, is gonna get a lot of damage onto the Quap, which is really nice, but at a really steep cost. You can see. Let's see how much that actually mattered. Yeah, that seems about right. Seems about right. Up towards top lane in the meantime, Madara going to be going with Spartan versus Patos, who actually went for Skewer level 1. Interesting. I mean, to get away, I suppose, from that Lycan. I kind of expected him to go for Empower, but it seems like he is expected to be in a lot of trouble here, and he's going to have that get out of jail free card for a little while. I don't think they'll be able to kill Patos for a very long time here, so he should be fine. Skylark, in the meantime, only level 1. Being pushed out by Elisasha. He's completely out of mana, using all those dual breaths. Oh, Patos. Take quite a bit of damage here. He does have a skewer. He'll get out of there. The Thug's going pretty ham on Nisha. He is pissed about that courier. It's level 3 up against the Quap, level 2 only. So far, no return fire onto the Silencer. It is important as a Queen of Pain to chip down that Silencer, especially even after you get that courier kill. It means that every single hit you land on the Silencer, that damage is most likely going to stick. But he does have to be very careful, though. 2 salves being delivered. Even then, though, the Arcane Curse hits really hard. Oof. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem very impressive. But it's also a time where the Queen of Pain just can't salve. So she's forced to stick around at low HP. Huh. Apparently, picking up Arcane Rune, I was looking at the cooldowns, it, like, even if it is cooling down, it reduces it. Did I see that right? I might be wrong on that. I thought it only applied to newly cast spells, but it looked like it reduced the cooldown of an already cooling down spell. Could be wrong. Probably wrong. So far, though, it looks like the lanes, both safe lanes, mid lanes, off lanes, it's all a wash so far as CS is concerned. No big plays around the map, outside of that courier snipe, which is a big deal. MNT has been mostly doing this, it seems, just pulling the creep wave. That is making Skylark's wave push, but it is split between 3 heroes here. So that wave of experience is going to be of much less impact. And MNT slowly creeping up. He's going to start collecting these creeps for later. Not for Skylark, though. Skylark, I think, got the last one. This is the next level of creep pulls. Just pull it all the way back in between your tier 1 and 2. Thug, in the meantime, here with the ice path. There is a tree here. This looks like it might be first blood. Dual breath plus right clicks. Thug is going to go down. Skylark has arrived, though. He needs to get something off of this. And it looks like he should have this Jakiro locked up. With the napalm and the slows. Yeah, the Manta Ray of Doom is going to eat at Elisash. Get them the kill. But still, killing off Thug is huge game. Gotta make sure that Silencer stays underfarmed, because Silencer is not a hero that farms well. And the way you get back into a game as Silencer is just by kind of miraculously... Oh, skewered! Almost clipped. I think you can get clipped here, right? Can't you? Patos is... You can get some tower help, but it seems like that's just not enough. And over towards mid lane. Whoa, okay. Thug is able to turn things around, kill off the Quap. +2, -2. MNT now helping out with Katzer. And Thug is going to kite him pretty darn well. Leech Seed doesn't actually do a lot of damage. And he will slip away. Another 2-inch swing. As Elisash arrives a little bit too late, MNT will fly out of there and should survive. And he will do just that. Shrine is dead, unfortunately. For another 25 seconds. That's super awkward, but still Thug lives, gets the kills. And now Mouz are up 3-1.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And this is something that Singularity really will struggle to deal with. The tree has had a surprisingly high amount of impact so far. Katzer, though, there's a shrine live soon. They should know about this, and they will just let it happen. In fact, all the shrines are live. Full heals for everybody. Thank you, Frog. Ribbit.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Patos is getting a lot of experience in this top lane. You do have to worry about getting clipped here. Slightly, although Patos does have a skewer, so... I meant Patos clipping like a Rubik, not the other way around. He'll be fine, he has a skewer, that's what it's for. Kind of. Skylark, MNT, Exotic Deer, with the help of Katzer, gonna jump onto the Bat Rider. He'll try to fly away, but with the ice path there, it looks like he will be doomed to fall. Still lots of damage being done, but with only a Night Stalker, only level 3 in the area, not even 2 points in the Void, can't really do that much. Just underestimating that that damage from that Treant Protector, and underestimating the vision, just the presence of an invisible hero as a scout. MNT almost found Nisha with the Crippling Fear. But mid lane and safe lanes, it's a wash in the farm department, even the off lanes. So still, this game is pretty much as even as you can get. Unless Nisha dies here. A lot of damage.
Dire's bottom tower.
He has living armor. That last shot is not going to do it. 50 HP. Thug will back off. He'll survive. And Nisha will shrine up. Can this game actually be any more even? Exotic Deer has a lot more net worth than the Lycan, surprisingly enough. Courier kill, helping out in that. Lycan doesn't have a kill under his belt. Thug fighting up against Nisha and Katzer one more time. Takes a Sonic Wave to the dome. Will maybe get the kill. MNT going deep for it. Will fall short though. Living armor, pretty good. And the Quap will survive and kill too, including the Thug Silencer. That is a big deal. 4-3 now. Singularity bring it back over in mid. And still, all these kills being traded. It is great to have for the Quap, for the heroes involved. Will it gain them a discernible advantage in this game? Not really. We're not quite there yet. Again, Singularity, even if they do get a little bit far ahead in the early stages, they don't really have great ways of pushing that advantage. Unless all that advantage is towards the Magnus, which is not. A quick Blink Dagger is the way to push that advantage on the Magnus. No one else can really do that. So they do still kind of have to play it slow, because they just simply don't have any other way of playing this game. Madara and MNT want to join up for Nisha. He does have a blink, but Crippling Fear is there. Ice Path, how good is it? Not good enough, clearly. There goes the Quap. There goes her int, and Madara's going in, man. Can't stop the dog. It's nighttime. This is when wolves come out to play. though the tree will show up and scare him away. Yeah, keeping this lane pretty much a wash. I keep on saying some things are a wash. It just occurred to me that some people may not know what that means. Is that like a global phrase? It might not be a globally recognized phrase.
Double damage.
All the lanes are even. Let's just say that. Top lane, Katzer, Exotic Deer. This lane swap up is going to be unexpected for Madara, but he has an armlet. He is incredibly bulky. An Exotic Deer with only 1 point in the Berserker's Rage will have to roll extremely lucky to get these bashes. I don't think that's possible. Unless OS Frog is with him, and I don't think he is. Not that much, man. We're talking about like 1% style. Even less than that, Katzer. Is still stalking around though. Level 5 on the Treant Protector is a respectable level for sure. Rubik is at that same level. It's been a very quiet game for Spartan. Mostly just tending to the top lane with the pulls and whatnot. Looking for that level 6, trying to leech it off of bottom lane. Skylark, same thing. Almost at that ultimate level. But Skylark is not going to waste any time for drums. Just wants to be proactive with that Blink Dagger. Easy way to get that Global Silence used. Silencer doesn't even have Global Silence actually. Decided to not go for it level 6.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And the reinforcements are coming up towards top lane. It is MNT first, but Katzer is the scout once again. Seems like whatever hero he's playing, always the scout. It's of course much easier to do as a Treant Protector or a Nyx than as a Tusk. But still is going to see everything and keep his allies safe. What was this Blink looking like on Mag? Nowhere nearby. He's gone for Soul Ring and Arcanes. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of that. You're not up against any mana burn, so you don't need that like emergency mana of the Soul Ring. I feel like just going for 1 is fine in your mana pool, and then you need the Blink Dagger. Oh, it looks like you might be going Blink Arcanes. I'm okay with that. Like, you need to get your Blink Dagger ASAP. Start to use the Skewer. Start to get those RPs. Use RP just as a kind of a bad Dragon Tail. Like, that's really all you need out of it. You don't need 2-3 man RPs. Yeah, he'll be fine. On the safe lane, I don't think they can test his farm pretty much at all. It is still daytime, mind you. So, MNT not super eager to jump in. Although, Nisha will find Spartan. Katzer is here as well. Spartan will get Sonic Wave down. Nisha takes a lot of damage here. MNT with a short TP, looking for the Quap, but maybe biting off more than he could chew. He takes another dagger to the face. And a couple of right clicks rooted down by the tree. Another hero coming in. That's the Wolf. He's not shapeshifted though. Shrine is there, and he looks like the TP will be canceled. Madara is actually just going to shapeshift and run in the old-fashioned way. Nisha blinked in. Madara needs a couple more crits. Oh my god, that RNG. Did he crit twice? Or the second hit was a crit. I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty high crit chance. Pretty consistent levels of damage, but Quap blinked up to that position. Just because she didn't expect Madara to come from there. So, yeah, losing Spartan, whatever, man. Getting a kill on Madara, totally worth.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Five. Game's still about as even as it can be. Artificial darkness for right now, but real darkness will be coming momentarily. Rubik level 6, Skylark level 7. Still not with that lasso yet, despite having almost enough gold for a Blink Dagger. Don't think I've seen that before. A Bat Rider with Blink, but no lasso. I mean, you could do worse, I guess, but not that much worse, man. He'll have it all in time, I'm sure. Oh, Elisash just wanted to get some damage onto this tower. Liquid Fire won't even kill it off. Though, with the living armor, he will back off and survive. Tower should be denied here. Kill it, Spartan. Kill it. Got it. And now Skylark has Blink Lasso. Oh, he was holding a skill point. My bad. Thought he spent it all. This should be known to the Singularity side just by speculation. They don't have visual confirmation yet. But, I mean, 15 minutes-ish. Okay, well now... Oh, he put it in the backpack. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll not see that. I don't really know about that. He just really wants to push this tower. I mean, tower on top lane is being pushed as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And with the Empower now active on the Troll Warlords, got Vlad's aura as well. Exotic Deer is able to push these waves like nobody's business. Empower level, only level 3, can get a bit stronger. Exotic Deer is able to do so much damage here, and Mouse Sports can't afford to ignore this. Nisha will get spotted by MNT. TP is coming in. Thug Global Silence is up and available. Hand of Midas value. There you go. Dragon is gone. He's safe. Yeah, I mean, Mouse Sports, even though they do have a Lycan, racing a Troll Warlord with Empower on objectives is not a good idea. It's a very bad idea, in fact. Smoke up. I think that was right out of this Observer Ward's vision. Seems like it was. They just want to use this Blink Dagger on Bat. Textbook Bat Rider maneuver. Dire Scan is going to see someone retreat. I do have an Observer Ward here, but I'm not sure if it saw anything. They have a target in the area. It's Katzer. But he is also one to go invis. And there's no True Sight here, so I'm not really sure how they kill him. How do they not have True Sight against a Treant Protector? I feel like that's just ill-advised. No one has True Sight here. What the F? You could try to kill all of his trees. Is that gonna work? Probably not. Please, someone, buy some dust. I mean, Spartan can't afford it, so I guess MNT, please buy some dust. Please to buy dust. It's a big movement, a big waste of time there for Mouse Sports to get absolutely nothing done in the meantime. I guess Thug is farming in the meantime, that's something. Oh, found a tree. And they have sentries. And they saw him leave. Yeah, sentries are not really what you want here. If you're going to be hunting, you do want dust in general. Ah well. Seems like Singularity are kind of okay with this. Mouse Sports aren't pushing the issue just yet. MNT drawing out a couple spells here and there. RP is going to catch onto Thug. Needs to get that Global Silence off. Is Rudy will finally get the Global Silence, but is in the middle of a Hornet's Nest of heroes and will fall without doing all that much damage. Now here comes Madara as well as Skylark. They're trying to focus down the Troll Warlord. Damage is pretty high. With an Ice Path bailing them out though. Exotic Deer still alive. Will turn around. Start swinging in towards the dog. Armlet toggling up. He will have to worry about this Queen of Pain damage as well as another root from Katzer. That's 3 down from Mouse. They only take down the Troll Warlord. MNT also not in a great spot as Nisha jumps forward for a triple kill. And that is going to be that. All the focus in the world towards that Troll Warlord. The initiation from Mouse Sports was... I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was pretty bad. Lasso with the Lycan is pretty much the best you could do, but already missing out on their silencer because he got jumped so quickly with that RP. It's going to give Singularity a convincing win. And Mouse Sports, unable to get kind of these single hero pickoffs, is really they should be looking to do with Skylark's Blink Dagger. That time, at least, not going to happen. Big, big win for them. It does cost them an RP, but the cooldown of Reverse Polarity is slightly lower than that of Global Silence. Does that mean they can go for Roche? I'm not sure. They can go for round 2, though. Shapeshift, 12 seconds. 80 seconds for Darkness, 50 seconds for Global Silence, and oh no, there's a Skewer in his future. He'll get skewered short into an Ice Path. Thug is dead again. In the meantime, Spartan finds Katzer, or maybe vice versa. But Thug dies twice in as many seconds. Even with this Hand of Midas, oh, dies with Midas available. Feels bad, man. Even with the Hand of Midas, a Silencer who is picked off like this really, really struggles to have a high impact unless the game progresses for a very long time. And even then, you're fighting up against a Troll Warlord with Empower. And that is hard to keep up with. Madara with Mask of Madness can do a decent job at that, but it's not going to stay for very long.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
10-6. And Mouse Sports so far have not had a Bat Rider play in this game. The Rubik and Night Stalker seem rather ineffective as well. Living Armor is a good steal for Spartan. It's actually only level 2. It seems surprisingly low level. I guess can't steal this, so yeah, makes sense. Assumed it would be a high level by now. Mouz going in. They see Katsur. Immediately all hit with the overgrowth. Nisha Sonic Waves onto absolutely everybody. They will drag the Treant a little bit closer, try to focus him down as Madara is going to tear in from the sides. RP though, lands onto everyone, drags him back into Exotic Deer and an Ice Path. They're all going to get torn to shreds. Madara will try to run so many dots on him, will straight TP out. It looks like he will survive that. But that was some RP from Patos. That looked so bad. The Treant Protector in the front. Everyone else from Mouse Sports chasing in, but chasing in through a very, very narrow funnel. Gotta watch out for that RP, and Patos in the right place at the right time. Great skewer follow-up as well. Straight into the cleaving troll. Skylark. He is gonna see Elisash plant that Observer Ward. Spartan's here as well, but Nisha is gonna jump in first. She's empowered as well, does a lot of damage. Even with the Shrine, I don't know if they have enough damage to actually get anything done here. MNT's going to ride, but he's not the one with damage either. Where is the dog? He's coming in last. Skylark's gonna be chased down by Nisha. With the Firefly on her, but she's up on the high ground. She'll be free to blink down soon enough. No one can actually do any damage to her except for Spartan with the Fade Bolt. I don't think they see her actually. She'll get down. And Mouse Sports lose another fight. MNT being pushed away from the north. First fight where Thug is actually able to be involved. And it's one where they get brick walled by an RP. This game is slowly but surely turning into the favor of Singularity. Yule Scepter and the Lincoln Sphere Quap. I'm quite a big fan of that actually. Yule Scepter is obviously really good up against the Silencer, and is pretty good up against the Bat Rider. Up against the Night Stalker, it's insane. This is, yeah, the build to go for as Quap. You'll have an Empower as well. You don't get the Cleave, obviously, you just get extra damage. Yule Scepter gives you Intelligence, which therefore gives you more damage from Empower, so it's pretty high value. Is it all plus 51? Might be. Seems like, yeah, it is. Unless they changed it, guys. Empower does not give you plus damage from green damage like MKB and Daedalus. It gives you stat-based damage, your gray numbers. Katsur? Well, such is the life of an Observer Ward. Sometimes you get dewarded. They didn't use anything for it, really. Just Darkness. No, they didn't actually use Darkness. Never mind. They used absolutely nothing for it. Not a huge pick-off for the Mouse Sports side, but at the same time, beggars can't be choosers. Gotta take whatever they can get their hands on. Speaking of, they find Nisha. Nowhere near a Blink Dagger from Spartan, though, so initiating with stun on from a Rubik is tough. They can Global Silence. It's still tough, though. This is bold. They do have a pretty fast Roche timer. Living Armor will make it so that Madara takes very little damage. But at the same time, Singularity have an RP, have a Sonic Wave, Overgrowth, and Jakiro fighting in Roche. Everyone's TPing in. Roche down to below half HP. Elisash should be throwing out some spells soon enough. Maybe they grab him with Skylark. Skylark gonna head over to the south, but it's too late. Roshan is dead. And now everyone from Singularity, they gotta book it. Mouz take a extremely razor-thin timing. Huge risk. But at the same time, huge reward. And reward is what they got. They get the Aegis. They get the gold and experience, perhaps more relevant than the Aegis in this position. And they pull everyone from Singularity into that position without giving them a team fight. So they essentially, like, waste Singularity's time.
Worthy tribute.
12-8, Singularity still holding on to a little bit of a lead. But with proper initiation, with good positioning, mostly from Thug, which will be a lot easier now that he has a Force Staff. It's definitely still anyone's game. Troll Warlord with Empower. As fast as he's able to farm, even with a Blink Dagger, kind of anti-mage style farm from Exotic Deer. Just jump in, cleave through a wave, blink to the next one, rinse, repeat forever. This is pretty much a Battle Fury anti-mage. Still neck and neck with the Lycan, who has a pretty nice trump card, that Heaven's Halberd. There will maybe be a, whatchamacallit, Bloodthorn on the Queen of Pain, MKB in the future, but for right now, there's none of it. Skylark looking for Exotic Deer. The get back is called. They'll find Patos, see him leave. Nisha in the trees. Does not have a TP scroll. Did they see it? Madara? I think you could summon wolves there. Oh, they just found her. Where's the Bat Rider? Guessed wrong. Nisha still doesn't have a TP. And they should have seen that. But at the same time, she is so far away, it looks like they'll miss their opportunity. You know, it is somewhat comforting to me that everyone in chat also doesn't know what these standings are going to look like. So it's not just me, it's actually just confusing. At least the admins know. Praise be to the admins. Quap of Pain, what are you doing here, miss? She's going to get lifted up. There's Curse and so much dot. Although she will purge it all off with the Yule Scepter. Where can she actually blink out? Nowhere, because she got globaled. That is an expensive way to kill off the Queen of Pain. It means that this tower is pretty much free to fall on bottom. But killing off a Quap like in that fashion, I dare say, is worth it. Take her intelligence, take her gold, lose a tower, but you know, can't get everything for free. Top lane, Madara still pushing that one in. With the Aegis feels very comfortable. I mean, it's just a tier 1. The odds of Singularity wanting to defend this is pretty low. So they can probably get away with this. Katzer thinking about showing himself. Probably a bad idea, because if he does, he will immediately get dusted. He has not done his due diligence. He has not scouted. And now he's spotted. That's really bad for Katzer. Dust goes out. Blink Lasso is actually not available, so they've actually decided to retreat already. So the time he decided to poke out is the perfect time for him. The tower will be defended. You can see mouz, even with this Aegis, using a global silence, having Lasso not being up. I mean, these are just things that are just going to stop you from going for those usually pretty free objectives. It's a tier 1. It's not going to make a huge swing in this game. This is a problem, though. Gotta make sure you have an answer to this Troll Warlord. Tier 2, down in, you know, about 5 seconds. Power, Battle Trance, plus SNY, plus BKB in the future. Mouse Sports have given up all their towers. They have 4 towers they can possibly claim on the other end, but Singularity are putting up a pretty staunch defense here. And Mouse Sports just need an opportunity with their ultimates. Global in 20. No sense fighting without it. Just gotta wait. Madara is pretty fat still. We can see Troll Warlords slowly starting to pull away. 6k lead is about 100%. It's about 80% of a lead given to them by tower gold. So if mouz are able to claim a couple team fights, take a couple of those towers, you will see this 6k lead disappear very quickly. And Singularity now have an odd point in their game. I mean, they have a lot of team fight, but they don't really have enough answers to global silence just yet. So they're not going to feel comfortable searching out for these fights on a large scale. Now they'll find small scale fights like this, where Madara is just going to get rooted, Ice Path, set up with the Yule Scepter. There's an RP here if they need it. MNT's going to throw in a silence towards someone, but this Lycan is just permanently rooted down. Now he's going to get some help with the global silence, but has just got to run. They wasted a lot of assets there on the Lycan, a lot of time, but they do pull out a global silence, so ultimately, again, worth it for Singularity. And now is the point in the game where they would ordinarily want to make some sort of push happen, but Roshan is dead and has quite a long time before he's going to respawn. Singularity, there's no sense going for anything really until they get BKBs or some sort of anti-global silence, anti-Bat Rider tech. Till then, they can just farm. Know that, hey, we took out the global silence. The odds of them smoking and trying to kill us very low, so we can do whatever we want. We can sit back and farm, we can smoke ourselves. We have full freedom around the map. And mouz Sports, you can see they are pretty much forced to do that. Not because they want to, but because they have to. And if Madara shows himself right now, that'll be really bad. Smoke in. They do see Madara. Spartan being here isn't really going to help them enough. Time to RP. There you go. Exotic Deer even puts up his BKB, just starts laying into Madara. He's going to miss a couple of times. Madara, though, does not have a shapeshift available just yet. Gets bashed even if he did. And he will be brought down alone in the forest. And that is just about that. Skylark is going to retreat. Global Silence, 40 seconds, but they lose 2, and Exotic Deer is ready to go in. Thug, you do not want to be there, my friend. He will chuck a couple of glaives. Those are actually not even glaives of wisdom. Those are glaives of dumbness, I guess. And they will grab the Queen of Pain one more time. The damage from Thug, though, just isn't quite enough, even with the Crippling Fear and the Lasso. Not enough damage to kill off the Quap. MNT is going to charge forward, but he's got to be really careful about overcommitting here. Madara is behind him, though, bringing up the rear. Elisash going to try to TP out, and he will make it. No interrupts there. Void was on cooldown. Everyone from Singularity able to make a clean escape. Ow. I gotta stop bumping my knee against this table. It hurts like shit. Alright. Well, at least the building is still alive for mouse sports. Things get, like, really, really bad once they start losing tier 3s and racks. But those are still up. They still have a chance. Katsor. Oh, do they know he's there? Oh, yeah, they do. I think they do know. They gotta save their telekinesis, though, for this TP. Just right-click him down. Beat him down. Okay, now we get straight TP. There should be another Void, though. So he just has to survive. Oh, Dust runs out. Does anyone else have Dust? They have a Sentry. Okay, they got him. 2 supports take forever to kill a 3rd support, but in the end, it's done, and Thug grabs his int. In the meantime, though, Skylark, ooh, really rough spot. Almost got jumped on. Still Singularity. It kind of does seem like they need an Aegis if they're going to push up the high ground. Or you know, a ton of kills on heroes like back here. An 8k lead. They're holding strong. But this is another series of ultimates here for Mouz. Lasso with the gem Bat Rider. Global Silence obviously is up. Let's check their responses. BKB. Nothing on the Mag. Yule's on the Quap. Yule's on the Jakiro. So Global Silence is starting to get some counters. Some soft counters. Like if you could Global Silence and then everyone Yules themselves, that's still those heroes taking themselves out of the fight. It's not perfect, but it's still something. Thug. Thinking about it. Ooh, they're trying. I'll go up on high ground. This is the type of surprise play that can make or break Mouse Sports' game. If anyone shows up right now, that could be huge. Dog out to scout. Elisash spotted in the woods. Does Skylark think this is good enough? Using a lasso for a Jakiro might not be worth their time. Do they see the mag? They don't, because there are no wolves in lane. Where did the other wolf go? Okay, they see a Jakiro for sure. They saw a troll. They know that the vast majority of Mouse Sports are in the area. Are they going to stick around here? Smoke is timed out. They are still not spotted, and they know it. They see Patos. If they can get the mag, that'll be huge. They will go up into the sky. Patos grabbed in. Lasso is there. Global Silence to cover the initiation. They need to bring down this mag before he's getting the RP off, and they will do just that, but he buys back. And now the Yule Scepter onto the Lycan. Set up with the Ice Path. He's going to dodge a couple of those shots, but not nearly enough. Sitting in the Macropyre, slow roast wolf is what's for dinner. They lift up the Rubik with another Yule Scepter, and Spartan is doomed to fall as well. It's a 2-for-1 Mouse Sports on a full retreat. We'll use Global Silence. We'll use a Lasso. We'll pull out the buyback of Patos, but he doesn't even use his RP, which means he has it for the secondary attack. And okay, Quap. Okay, Nisha, you gotta calm down, man. Gonna go for MNT. Sonic Wave will clip Skylark. Ice Path onto 2. Skylark will be put into a blender. Now the Overgrowth onto 2. This might just be a full team wipe. And it will be, as Mouse Sports desperately buy back, but they can't get in the fight in time. And Singularity are still so healthy. RP was used there. They're going to jump right in for Skylark. Hit with the first hit route. Ice Path to follow. Exotic Deer gets an Ultra. And Mouse Sports, this is looking like it might just be game over. They're throwing buybacks and so many lives up against this wall of Singularity heroes, and they're getting absolutely nothing accomplished. Liquid Fire will facilitate this push. Where you going, Spartan? Come right in. The doors are wide open. You're welcome here with Singularity. Racks have fallen in the mid lane, and there's nothing that Mouz can do about it. The scary thing is, the real terrifying thing is that Singularity are not done yet. They're going to go right towards Roche. They're going to go straight for the other side lanes. It is starting to fall apart completely for Mouz. Their damage output just not quite high enough. Thug has not really enough burst damage to get kills on the lassoed target immediately. He's not at that ridiculous point yet. Dog, Scout will be spotted. They picked off everyone on mouse sports, so the gem from the Bat Rider, I think, was given over to Patos. That's double life for Exotic Deer. That seems to be the call for a death push, or at least lock down the map. You don't have to push right now if you don't want to. If you find someone out and alone, like, yeah, maybe a Night Stalker, maybe that'll be good enough just to go in and go for a game-winning push. Although, gets hit with the silence, the tree, so he can't overgrowth. Gets lifted up. He really wanted to overgrowth there, couldn't make it happen. The line is drawn for Elisashi. Seems to think, hey, we have Liquid Fire. We have Exotic Deer, who is stacked beyond belief. It's time to end this game. This is going to be mouse sports at their complete strongest. Defending high ground with Bat Rider. Is it going to be nighttime? I wish it would tell me like when it is normal nighttime, because I can't keep track of that. But they have the Global Silence. Level 3 at this point. They have the Bat Rider. They will be at full strength. If ever there was a time for mouse sports to make a comeback, it will be right here. It is going to be tough since they have no buybacks. Really, really tough. But it's daytime with a minute left till night. Okay, maybe not at the complete strongest, but Exotic Deer still going in anyway. This man is fearless. Your base belongs to Exotic Deer now. Takes a couple of shots on his way out. They don't really have a great way of healing him up. Living armor will get burned through pretty quickly. They lift him up. RP though onto 2, and here comes the cleave damage and the sonic wave. Where are you at, Thug, Spartan? They're both down. Now Madara is once again gonna be forced out with the shapeshift form purely to run. Nisha blinks in, perhaps a little bit too over-aggressive, but he has cheese and a ton of force staffs behind him. They'll set up for an ice path onto the Lycan. They'll beat him down with Exotic Deer, and they will crush him into oblivion. 3 kills, easy peasy. Make it 4, actually. Make it 5. It's time to YOLO dive the fountain. GG well played is called. And once again, Team Singularity show up in yet another qualifying game. Now, again, guys, nobody apparently knows what the hell's going on with tie-breaking situations or how the seeding works for the eventual double elimination bracket that's going to come from these results. But, yeah, if you are trying to figure it out, I don't know. You guys have to figure it out. It's up to you, not me, because my work here, I believe, is done. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I hope you guys have enjoyed the games. The games have been pretty darn good, with a couple of exceptions, but, you know, the amazing games kind of counterbalance out the shitty games, right? That's always how it is. If you guys enjoyed the casting, well, be sure to hit me up on Twitter at Mike Loris. There are still games going on. If you are looking for a particular game, be sure to check BTS 5, 6, 3. Also, you know, the streams are online pretty much everywhere. Everyone's required to stream, so there are streams for all the games. You just gotta look hard enough for them. But I'm done for right now. Again, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you all next time. GG.